Good morning, Year 6, and welcome to Tuesday's reading lesson. Now, hopefully you had completed all of Holes already, and if not, you did that yesterday. Hopefully you redesigned your front cover and your blurb of Holes yesterday, and today we're going to do more reflecting on the whole story of Holes now we're finished. So just like yesterday, it's a bit of a short video for me to introduce you to your task, and then your time will be spent independently working on your task for today. So we're going to start off by thinking about what genre we would say Holes is. Now, that word genre can be used for books or for films, and it means what type it is. So what type of film? You have comedy films, action films, and it's the same for books. What type of story? Okay, so we know obviously it's a fiction, it's a storybook, but what type of story? What kind of story would we describe it as? Is it comedy? Is it historical? Is it adventure? Is it action? So have a moment, pause the video and decide what genre you think it is. There's not necessarily a right or wrong answer, as long as you've got an explanation. Okay, so you might have decided that it's adventure, it's action. You might decide that it's about crime and punishment because they're at a juvenile detention camp. You might have decided it's about friendship. Okay, so thinking about what genre it is, okay, an adventure book, that might help us to think about the next question. Okay, so my next question is, who do you think would enjoy to read Holes? Now, I don't mean a specific person, but I mean what kind of person? Maybe what age of person, or a person who likes X would like Holes, for example. You might think that it's suitable for people who enjoy adventure books, and that's why we thought about the genre before. There's adventure and there's action, there's a bit of mystery, there's actually a bit of history as well, so there's a lot for everyone. So pause the video again and decide who you think, what kinds of people would enjoy to read Holes. Okay, so you might have thought that Holes is suitable. I think Holes is probably suitable for really any age range that can read, probably. After about year 4, any age range would like it. Adults would like it too. I know that when we had our mystery readers reading, some of the other teachers and teaching assistants in school, they really enjoyed it. And I know Mrs. Marsden in particular read it from cover to cover in one night to catch up on what the story was going to be, because she was so intrigued from her chapters that she'd read. So I think children and adults will enjoy it. And people who like a bit of a mystery or an adventure book, you might have thought of a book that's very similar to Holes, and you might say, if you like this, then you will love Holes, okay? So today's lesson, today's independent task, is all about writing a review of Holes. Now, you don't necessarily have to have loved Holes to be able to write this, okay? So it says that you recommend the book at the top, but it might not have been your favourite, but you can still fill this sheet in. So there's a template on the website which looks like this picture here, which you're welcome to print out. If you can't print it or you don't want to, you can copy the subheadings onto your own page, or you can make up your completely own format for your book review. I don't mind, but you need to think about who you'd recommend it to. Say what the story is about without giving too much away. So make sure you don't give away the secrets and the twists and the turns, because then there's no point somebody reading the book. So you need to tell them what it's about without revealing the secrets that we find out later. Those bits when we listened and we went, as it all added up together and we started to understand, okay? Don't give those away, because then there's going to spoil the book for them. And there's a bit about what the book made you wonder, so reflect on what the story made you think about. So it might have made you think about crime, and should people go to prison or to camps for committing crime? Okay, should adults be in charge of what children are doing? Maybe because they're making them dig the holes, and it's not very fair, even though they have been arrested for crimes. But we do know Stanley was innocent now, don't we? So you decide what you're going to write. Please send them over. We'd love to see them. We'd love to put some up on the website so that we could recommend it to other children in the school who haven't read Holes yet. So get creative with it, have a good reflection on the story, and get on with your book review. Thank you for joining the lesson today.